So in today's video, I have a list of what I believe to be 8 of the best credit cards that you can have in your wallet for 2023. And while you certainly don't need every one of the 8 credit cards that's on this list, each credit card that I have included serves a different purpose for a different reason and offers you some kind of different earnings or benefits. So no matter what card you choose, whether you want to just go with 1 or 2 of the credit cards on this list, or even if you want to work to eventually getting all 8 of the credit cards on this list, then you'll definitely be able to benefit from any one of the credit cards that I've included today. And if you stick around to the end, I also have 2 bonus cards for you as well. And to keep this video a little bit on the shorter side of things, I'm only going to be including the main benefits and perks of each credit card that we talk about today. However, if you are interested in a more detailed, in-depth look at any of the credit cards that I talk about today, make sure to go ahead and drop a comment down below, and I'll go ahead and make a video going more in-depth on the credit cards that are talked about today. Starting off with the first credit card, we have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and this is going to be one of only 3 credit cards I'm including that come with annual fees for this list. But for sign-up bonuses, this card is going to come with a 60,000 points sign-up bonus after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening. And for the earnings of this card, you're going to be earning 3x points back on dining, takeout, and delivery services. You're going to be earning 3% back on online streaming services, 3x back on online groceries. You're going to earn 5x back on travel booked through the Chase Travel Portal. You're going to earn 2x back on all other travel purchases, and then 1x back on everything else outside of those categories. And for annual fees, yes, this card does come with an annual fee of $95. However, Chase does give you a really nice $50 annual hotel credit that you can use to offset that annual fee and effectively make it only $45 per year. And all you have to do to use this credit is just go through the Chase Travel Portal, book a hotel that's more than $50 in total, and this credit will automatically be applied to your next billing cycle. And now for my favorite part about this credit card, it's going to be that with this credit card, all of your Chase points that you're earning are going to be worth an additional 25% in value when using them to book either a hotel or a flight within the Chase Travel Portal. And that goes for any Chase points that you're earning with either some other credit cards like maybe the Freedom Unlimited or Freedom Flex, or some Chase business cards. All the points that you're earning, you're going to be able to transfer them over to the Sapphire Preferred and get that additional 25% value on them. So that 60,000 point sign-up bonus that you're getting with this card, well, that would typically be worth about $600 in value. It's actually going to be worth $750 in value. Additionally, if you want to get a little bit of extra value out of your points, you have the option to transfer them over to an airline or hotel partner at a 1-to-1 point ratio. If you go with this method, a lot of times you can get anywhere between 1.5 cents per point and even up to 2 cents per point, especially if you're booking things like long international business class flights. So if you do want to get a little bit more value, you can definitely transfer them out to an airline or hotel partner and do it that way. However, if you just want to keep things simplistic and use the Chase Travel Portal, it's very nice to know that you'll be getting 1.25 cents per point as opposed to that traditional 1 cent per point. And of course, since this card is a mid-tier travel card, you get things like baggage insurance, automatic rental car coverage, as well as trip cancellation and trip delay insurance, and no foreign transaction fee. Moving over to the next credit card, we have the Capital One Saver One credit card. This card is going to come with a $200 sign-up bonus after you spend $500 in the first 3 months of account opening. For earnings with this card, you're going to be earning 3% cash back on things like dining, entertainment, streaming services, as well as grocery store purchases. You earn 5% back on Capital One travel booked through their travel portal, and then 1% back on all other purchases. And right now with this card through 2024, they not only give you a complimentary Uber One membership, so you can get things like free or discounted delivery. You'll also be earning 10% back on Uber Eats purchases as well as Uber Ride purchases now through 2024. So if you are someone who uses Uber frequently or you order food a lot through Uber Eats, whether that be pickup or delivery, yeah, I'm sure you can definitely take advantage of that 10% back on Uber Eats now through 2024. And similar to the Chase Sapphire Preferred, this card does also come in with no foreign transaction fees. However, it doesn't have an annual fee, making it not only a very solid card for those dining and grocery store categories, but a solid card if you want to do some international travel as well. And this credit card actually gets even better when you combine it with the next credit card on our list, and that's going to be the Capital One Venture X. Now, the Capital One Venture X is going to give you a 75,000 mile sign-up bonus after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months with this card. The earnings of the Venture X, it gets you 10x back on hotel and rental car bookings through the Capital One travel portal, 5x back on flights booked to that same travel portal, and then 2x back on all other purchases made with this credit card. And talking about how you can combine these 2 credit cards, something that a lot of people don't actually know is that you can take all the cash back that you earn with the Saver One card and transfer it over to the Venture X card and turn it into Capital One miles that you can then use for even more travel in addition to that sign-up bonus that you're getting with this credit card. Now on the low end, that sign-up bonus can be worth about $750 for travel through the Capital One travel portal. However, Capital One does give you the ability to transfer those points out at a 1-to-1 point ratio to an airline or hotel partner. By doing this, you can get up to 2 cents per point. So your same 75,000 point sign-up bonus could potentially be worth up to $1,400 when using it for travel. Additionally, this card does get you access to Capital One airport lounges as well as Priority Pass lounges with a free Priority Pass membership. But right now, there's currently not a whole lot of Capital One travel lounges. However, they are expanding their own network of lounges. But in the meantime, you have access to over 1,300 lounges worldwide with the Priority Pass membership. And this card does come with an annual fee of $395 per year. However, Capital One includes 2 really simple, easy to use credits that you can actually use to completely offset that annual fee. And that's going to be in the form of a $300 hotel credit that you get each year, as well as a 10,000 mile anniversary bonus that you get for just keeping this credit card open. So that $300 hotel credit is really simple and straightforward to use. You can just use it for any hotel bookings in that Capital One travel portal. And then same thing with the anniversary bonus. It's 10,000 miles, which is valued at about $100. So you can use that through the Capital One travel portal, or again, transfer it out to a travel partner. But that gives you a total value of $400 in credits each year for a credit card that has an annual fee of $395, meaning that effectively it's almost like Capital One is paying you $5 to actually have this credit card. And another one of my favorite things about this credit card is that you can add up to 4 authorized users completely free of charge, and each of those authorized users gets the same airport lounge access, and they can also bring an additional 2 guests with them. Next up, for the 4th credit card on the list, we have the Citi Custom Cash credit card. This card comes with a $200 sign-up bonus after you spend $1,500 in the first 6 months of account opening. For the earning structure, it has a little bit of a unique one, and that's going to be because you're going to be earning 5% back on your highest eligible spend category each month or each billing cycle on the first $500 spent. So some of these categories include things like gas, restaurants, groceries, and a few others that I'll put up on the screen so you can see those. But how this works is whichever category out of those ones that we talked about that you spend the most on in a billing cycle or in a month, you're automatically going to be earning 5% back on that category. Now, a quick tip that I would give you with this credit card is to only use it on a specific category. So whether that's gas, groceries, or dining, or any of the other ones that's included. I personally use this credit card for gas each month, and that just means that I'm always getting 5% back on gas. But again, you could use it for any one of the other categories, maybe dining or maybe groceries, and you'll just always ensure that you're getting that 5% back. Additionally, with this card, you're going to be earning your cash back in the form of Citi thank you points, which is a flexible point currency with Citi, meaning that you have the ability to use it for cash back value with the Citi Custom Cash. However, if later down the road you wanted to pair it with something like the Citi Premier card, you can transfer those Citi thank you points over to the Premier card and either use them for travel with the Citi travel portal, or you can transfer them out to one of those airline or hotel partners and use it that way. The 5th credit card up on the list is going to be the American Express Gold card. Now, the most common offer that you'll see going around for this credit card is going to be 60,000 points after you spend $4,000 within 6 months of opening your account. However, if you do a little bit of digging and a little bit of searching around, you can definitely find higher offers for 75,000 and even offers as high as 90,000 points after spending the same $4,000 in the first 6 months of account opening. So if you're considering getting this card, I definitely recommend looking around and seeing if you can find maybe some referrals from a family member or a friend, or just digging around on Google to see if you can find a targeted offer for those higher sign-up bonuses. Now, this credit card will get you 4x back on dining as well as groceries. It'll get you 3x back on flights booked on either the airline directly or through the American Express travel portal, and then just 1x back on all of your other purchases. And it does come with an annual fee of $250 per year, which again could be on the higher side of things. However, this credit card does come with 2 credits totaling up to $240 per year, and those are going to be credits in the form of a monthly $10 Uber credit that you can use for either Uber rides or Uber Eats, and then a $10 monthly dining credit that you'll get automatically when you dine at either Cheesecake Factory, Shake Shack, Milk Bar locations, or you use Grubhub with your Gold card. Now, one thing I want to mention about these credits is that they are not only use it or lose it credits, meaning that you have to use them each month and they don't roll over. However, something I want to make clear is that if you are not already spending money on these things on a monthly basis, or you're not already dining at these restaurants or using those services, then these credits really aren't of much use to you, because you're just having to go out of your way and spend additional money that you weren't spending already to take advantage of those credits, meaning you're not really saving money because you're just spending more money to take advantage of those. Now, for me personally, the Uber credit is something I'm able to use very easily each month. What I'll do is I'll just order food for pickup once a month, and that Uber credit is super easy to use. However, I personally don't use the dining credit just because I don't ever really dine at any of those restaurants, at least on a consistent monthly basis. So for me, I only value these credits at $120 per year instead of the full $240 per year. That's just something I want to make sure that you guys are aware of. A lot of people will talk about how the effective annual fee of this credit card is only $10 per year. However, you have to make sure that those credits make sense for you and your lifestyle. And even though this credit card is a very situational credit card and those credits that we talked about aren't going to be beneficial to everyone, I do still think that this is a very beneficial credit card for most people to have. So for most of us, myself included, we tend to spend a lot of money on food, whether that's eating out, restaurants, delivery, or groceries. And so being able to earn 4x points back on those categories is something that's very beneficial in my opinion. And so yes, this card may be a little bit more of a situational credit card. However, I do still think that if you are someone who is spending at least $300 to $400 a month on food, you can definitely benefit from having this credit card. Next up, we have the American Express Blue Cash Everyday Card. Now with this credit card, you're gonna get a $250 sign-up bonus after you spend $2,000 within the first 6 months of account opening, and that's in the form of a $250 statement credit that you'll get back for your bill. Now for this card, you're gonna be earning 3% back on online shopping, groceries, and gas for the first $6,000 spent in each category per year. Well, that may seem a little bit low and you're only earning 3% back on the first $6,000 spent per category. If you were to max out each one of those categories, that's a potential of earning $180 back per category and a total of $540 back in cash back value each year. The only downside with this card, I think, is that the cash back is limited in the form of a statement credit. There's not really any flexibility on how you use that cash back. However, again, I do still think it is a very solid credit card to have, especially earning 3% back on online shopping. It's not very common that you see a credit card earn more than 2% back on online shopping. And on top of all of those great benefits, they actually give you a monthly streaming credit in the form of $7 per month, totaling up to $84 per year. All you have to do to get that credit is just spend more than $12.99 per month on streaming services with your Blue Cash Everyday Card. It's pretty cool to see in my opinion. You don't see many other credit cards on the market with no annual fee actually giving you some kind of credit to earn more money back. The 7th credit card on the list is going to be the Chase Freedom Flex card, and this is going to get you a $200 sign-up bonus after you spend $500 in the first 3 months of account opening. On top of that, you also get 5% back on grocery store purchases in the first year of having this credit card on up to $12,000 spent. So if you were to max out this category, that's a potential of earning an additional $600 on top of your $200 sign-up bonus, meaning that the total sign-up bonus potential for this credit card is going to be $800. And for the earnings of this credit card, it's a little bit more unique, kind of like the Citi Custom Cash credit card. You're gonna be earning 5% back on rotating quarterly categories on up to the first $1,500 spent. And these include things like grocery stores, gym memberships, and a few others like online shopping. But you'll be earning 5% back on those categories for the first $1,500 spent, meaning that each quarter you have the potential of earning an additional $75 in cash back value. Additionally, this credit card will get you 3% back on drugstore purchases, 3% back on dining, takeout, and delivery, as well as 5% back on Chase Travel booked through their travel portal, and then 1% back on everything else. And another cool thing to note is that previous categories in those rotating quarters have included grocery stores, meaning that if you get this credit card when grocery stores are one of the rotating quarterly categories, you have the potential to earn 9% back on groceries the first $1,500 spent with this credit card, which is higher than any other credit card you'll get on the market. And for the 8th credit card on this list, we have the Chase Amazon Rewards Visa credit card. Now with this credit card, you'll get an automatic $100 Amazon gift card deposited directly into your Amazon Prime account after being approved. You don't have to spend anything or hit a spend requirement. You just automatically get that $100 sign-up bonus. And this card is gonna earn you 5% back on all Amazon Prime purchases, 5% back at Whole Foods, 2% back at at restaurants, 2% back at gas, and then 1% back on all other purchases. And while this card doesn't come with any annual fee, you get the benefit of 5% back. You do have to be an Amazon Prime member, and I know that costs about $139 per year to be an Amazon Prime member. However, I think if you're like myself, most of us already have Amazon Prime, and so you're just going to be getting 5% back on your Amazon Prime purchases, which is super great value in my opinion. Additionally, if you are someone who shops at Whole Foods a lot, then earning 5% back with this card is going to be super great value for you as well. And it even beats out the American Express Gold card at only 4%. And this credit card does also have no foreign transaction fees, meaning that it's a very well-rounded credit card that you can use in day-to-day use, as well as it's a credit card that you can even travel internationally with as well. Now on to the bonus credit cards for this video. The first bonus credit card is going to be the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Credit card has the exact same sign-up bonus as the Freedom Flex. You earn $200 back after spending $500 in the first 3 months, and it has the exact same grocery offer where you're going to be earning 5% back on groceries in the first year on the first $12,000 spent, and it earns the same 3% back on dining, drugstores, and 5% back on Chase Travel that the Freedom Flex does. But the difference is with the Freedom Unlimited, you're going to be earning 1.5% cash back on all of your other purchases. And while yes, 1.5% cash back is a little bit lower when compared to some of the other credit cards on the market that may earn 2% cash back. However, if you were to combine this credit card with the Sapphire Preferred that we talked about in the beginning of the video, since you get that additional 25% value on your Chase points, effectively you're going to be getting 1.75% cash back on all of your purchases made with this credit card. And additionally, on top of that, you can always take your Chase points that you earn on the Freedom Unlimited, transfer them over to the Sapphire Preferred, and then transfer them out to an airline or hotel partner. By doing this, you can get up to 2 cents per point value out of those Chase points. So personally, I always value Chase points at a minimum of 1.25 cents per point, on the high end even up to 2 cents per point. So I personally think that not only are Chase points some of the most valuable credit card points on the market, but they're also more valuable than some of the other cash back that you're earning for something like the Double Cash card, for example. Now, both the Freedom Unlimited and the Freedom Flex do come with travel protections like baggage insurance as well as trip cancellation and delay coverage. However, they do come with 3% foreign transaction fees. If you are traveling internationally or out of the country, just make sure you're aware of that and maybe don't use any one of these credit cards for international travel, because those 3% fees can definitely add up very quickly if you're not careful. And the final credit card that we have for today's video is going to be the Built MasterCard. Now, if you don't know what the Built MasterCard is, it's the first ever credit card that allows you to pay rent with no additional fees. And you're also going to be earning points back on the rent that you pay. So with this credit card, you're going to earn 1 point per dollar spent on rent purchases. You get 3 points per dollar spent on dining purchases, 2 points per dollar spent on traveling purchases, and then 1 point per dollar spent on everything else. And arguably the best thing about this credit card is that it comes with the ability to transfer all of your points out to airline and hotel partners while having no annual fee. Just to give you an idea of how beneficial this actually is, every other credit card on the market that allows you to use transfer partners all come with some sort of annual fee, and Built actually has a very solid network of travel partners, including things like American Airlines, which again is a very valuable travel partner because no other credit card in the market actually transfers out to American Airlines. And additionally, you have the option to use your points in a few different ways. You can use them for future rent payments, or you can even save all of your points up and use them towards a down payment on a home. And since this credit card comes with no annual fees and it allows you to use transfer partners like American Airlines and some other really great ones as well, I personally would use this credit card for dining over something like the American Express Gold card, just because having that transfer partner such as American Airlines is a very valuable one to have. And I think even though you are getting 1 point less per dollar spent than the American Express Gold card on dining, you're gonna make up for it with having those valuable transfer partners. And while this card does not come with a sign-up bonus, with all the benefits and the value that you get out of it, being able to pay rent with no fees, being able to earn points back on that rent, and transfer them out to airline and hotel partners, all with no annual fee, I think it definitely makes up for the lack of sign-up bonus. And that's going to be it for what I believe to be the 8 best credit cards for 2023, as well as 2 nice bonus editions. But I am interested to know, what are some of your favorite credit cards for 2023, or some that you think are the best for this year? Definitely let me know by dropping a comment down below. And if you enjoyed the video and found it informative, make sure to leave it a like as it helps me out tremendously. And if you're interested in more content just like this where I cover personal credit and finance tips, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a new upload. As always, each and every one of you are amazing, and I appreciate you all for tuning into my video today, and I hope each and every one of you have a fantastic rest of your day.